when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but as soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people say, oh, he's broke. Listen.
This might be the one time where Floyd is strong-armed into signing a fight that he maybe didn't want to be a part of if he, I don't know, didn't think it was a pro or he signed down for it and didn't understand. I have no idea, but he that's the other signed three separate contracts according to Manny Pacquiao's team already. What did you think this was?
Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost.
Floyd Mayweather speaks out after reportedly pulling out of the Manny Pacquiao rematch, saying that choosing exhibition fights doesn't mean he is broke. He says that he can still make money, and his 50-0 professional record will not be affected by exhibition bouts.
I'm not here to talk about no one else's pockets, because I got to where I got to focusing on Floyd Mayweather. That's how I got to becoming 50-0. Because my thing was always, I didn't care what nobody else was doing. I had to focus on me and my family, focus on what I have to do. And that's always been.
Wade Plemons points out that Floyd Mayweather often handles issues alone despite disputes with close associates, as he faces legal and business conflicts involving Al Heyman, Showtime, and Leonard Ellerbe.
Pacquiao, I'm sure there'll be a statement from Team Floyd. I don't even know who's on Floyd's team anymore. Leonard Ellerbe's gone. I don't know if Al Heyman's probably not working with him because he's not necessarily directly in a lawsuit with Al Heyman, but that's another thing. Floyd is directly in a lawsuit with Showtime right now for $300 million, saying they didn't pay him, that they paid Al Heyman and that money never got facilitated to him. This is a mess, dude. And, you know, people were like, oh, Floyd ain't going broke. And, okay, he made close to $1 billion, but I'm telling you, when you spend like Floyd Mayweather spends, when you take advantage of people and try to essentially steal their money, you start having these little things become big things where you're not paying off. I mean, we went over all of this already, but you're not paying off properties. They're getting foreclosed on. You owe millions upon millions of dollars to the IRS. You're buying assets that don't appreciate. You're having to sell back things and close business.
Meanwhile, Complex Sports tweeted, Floyd Mayweather's $7.3 million IRS lien and legal battles could impact his ring return. This means that all these financial issues may jeopardize his 2026 comeback. Oscar de la Hoya also criticized Floyd Mayweather, calling him a coward for avoiding risky professional fights, saying he protected his record and ducked major challenges instead of facing real competition.
Against me, back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? You're retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace.
Tim Bradley points out that Floyd Mayweather didn't want the fight from the start but signed for the money. After securing his finances and settling his issues, he is now avoiding Manny Pacquiao.
Properties. And I guess he needed to come back and fight and take care of that. Well, he got some cheese from that advancement. I'm pretty sure he took care of that. You know, and now he's chilling. Now he's saying to himself, you know, I'm damn 50 years old. I ain't trying to fight. Nah, I ain't trying to fight. Let's do an exhibition. You know what I mean? Like, this don't even make sense. I'm 50, you 46. Bro, let's just be smart and do an exhibition. And I get it. Everybody saying, oh, well, he signed Tim for a real fight and all this stuff. I get it. And I'm not gonna argue that. He right. You signed Mayweather, damn it. You're supposed to be fighting for real, you know, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just trying to get
Wade Plemons discusses the long history leading to the first Manny Pacquiao fight, including blood testing issues and delays that took years to resolve. He says the rematch has also taken over a decade, and now it is still being discussed in terms of money classification and negotiations.
For years and years to make that fight happen, only for the rematch to come now and years later, decade later, and we're talking still about money. And we're still talking about the classification of this fight. Floyd, if he doesn't take this fight after it's been announced on Netflix, after he's going broke, he owes people lots of money. The IRS just leaned on him again, Fat Joe style, leaned back on him for another, $7 million? After Floyd took an advance, he took a cash advance on this fight because he signed however many different contracts already, and to sign those, he was paid money and then took a cash advance. At least that's what's being reported. If they don't fight, Netflix, and I'm assuming the representatives of Manny Pacquiao, are gonna be on his ass in court. And that's not a fight he can win right now. Where's the money coming from? Floyd has got to be the dumbest person in a position that he is in. One of the dumbest rich people.
Plemons claims Floyd Mayweather may be in financial trouble, mentioning reported debts, IRS issues, and cash advances tied to fight contracts. He argues that if Floyd pulls out after the Netflix announcement, legal pressure from Pacquiao's side could follow. He criticizes Floyd's financial decisions and says he is not in a strong position to negotiate.
How do you think you're going to strong-arm Netflix into doing what you want to do with this whole, no, it's going to be an exhibition, no, we don't know where the fight's going to be, after it's already announced where the fight's going to be, the date it's going to be on, and it is going to be a pro bout. And also, you're not in a position to be very flippant with money. So not only will Floyd potentially, if this is not signed by tomorrow or today, as you guys are seeing this video, Manny's representative there, Jazz Mather, said that Floyd would make more than he's made in the last 5 years on this fight, and I agree with him. Combined, if you don't take this now, not only are you not going to make that money, you're going to owe money because you already took money. You took a cash advance on this, and you breached your contract, so you're now going to have to pay lawyer fees. You're going to lose, all because you piped up in public and essentially shit on the entire event, saying it was something it wasn't. Floyd, no money Mayweather, dude. I can't believe that's where we're...
Tim Bradley says Floyd Mayweather is now older and no longer interested in real fights, suggesting an exhibition instead. He argues Mayweather is 50 and Pacquiao is 46, so a safer approach makes sense. Bradley acknowledges criticism that Floyd signed for a real fight, but says he understands both sides of the situation. He adds insight that financial and business factors may have influenced Floyd's decisions after receiving money from contracts. Bradley suggests Mayweather is now prioritizing business over competition and believes circumstances have changed, leading Floyd to push for an exhibition rather than a professional rematch.
On the stuff I know, that could have happened, right? That could have happened. Maybe Mayweather was thinking like this. I don't know. But I just know that that money he received, I'm pretty, man, damn it. I don't know for sure, but damn it, I'm probably about, I know I'm 85, 90%. I'm telling you, because I don't think he'll be doing this. You know, this is business. So he's just saying, I understand it was a real fight, but now I want to change it. I want to change it now. I got my advancement. Now I want to change it. That's just what it is.
Zab Judah questions the mentality behind avoiding risk, asking what the real fear is, whether it is protecting the undefeated record. He suggests the 0 carries massive value, comparing it to an 800 credit score globally, representing perfection and status in boxing. According to Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather has done an excellent job maintaining that undefeated record, and he acknowledges it as a smart career strategy. Zab Judah also points out that at the highest level, fighters like Manny Pacquiao continue to compete against elite opponents such as Mario Barrios, showing they are still active in world-class competition. He contrasts this with the idea that Mayweather has not faced top-level professional opposition in a long time. However, Zab Judah emphasizes that Mayweather is highly intelligent in the ring and always ensures he is in control of every situation before engaging.
Because is it your O? Is it your losing that O? Could be that it?
Of course. That's what it's all come down to. I mean, the O is like a 800 credit score. Globally, universally. You walk around with an 800 credit score with the O. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the O brings. It brings an 800 credit score for wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Floyd he's done a great job with that. Great job. So of course he's gonna, shoulder roll on that. Oh, I ain't mad at him. Smart guy. He understand. He ain't no fool. Word.
Could it be possibly too that, Manny Pacquiao has been fighting at the top level, fighting Mario Barrios and getting a draw for that WBC title? Floyd hasn't fought world-class level in a long time.
Zab Judah argues that if Pacquiao had any clear advantage, Mayweather would likely avoid the fight entirely, as he does not take unnecessary risks. He believes Floyd carefully chooses scenarios where he maintains superiority. At the same time, Zab Judah insists neither fighter is afraid of the other and both possess elite skill and experience. Finally, Zab Judah reflects that the first fight result still plays a role in public perception, with Mayweather holding the win. He suggests this history is why Pacquiao continues pushing for a rematch while Mayweather remains cautious about risking his legacy and undefeated record.
Allow or engage into something else where somebody else have the advantage on him. He's not going to engage into it. He can always make sure that, he's top of the food chain when it comes to everything. You know what I'm saying? And then he proceeds forward. So if Pacquiao has the edge, a little bit, you can forget about it.
Do you think it looks different? Huh? Do you think the fight looks different now that they're a little bit older now? And
I mean, listen, like I said, both fighters are great. They both have skill. Nobody's scared of nobody. Nobody lacks or got anything over, one another. But Floyd got over Pacquiao. I won the first fight. Now Pacquiao, that's why Pacquiao's so adamant.
And Pacquiao's activity.
Pacquiao's very adamant to get this rematch because he understands, like, wait a minute, I need one more shot. It's almost like going into, it's something about rematching. I mean, I've been successful with my rematch.
Everything from the beginning has been for a real fight, not an exhibition. Floyd Mayweather is currently being accused of being in breach of his contract, and according to reports, he was given a limited time by Manny Pacquiao's team to decide whether he wants to proceed with the rematch, adjust the contract terms, or pull out entirely. It is being said that this situation was never intended to become an exhibition bout under any circumstances. Manny Pacquiao reportedly has no interest in an exhibition with Floyd Mayweather, insisting the bout was always meant to be a professional fight.
Everything from the beginning has been for a real fight. He is in breach right now. He has to provide written confirmation by tomorrow that he has intent to cure it, and there's a certain amount of time because there's multiple breaches across the board. Mayweather said he and others have already reached out to Mayweather to correct the situation, so he's fully aware. The guy thinks he knows what he's doing every time, and when people try to reach out to him or give him advice, he always, I got this, I have it figured out. We definitely don't, because we don't have our next steps figured out, right? The fight is not canceled. Floyd is definitely in breach of his contract. There's been no request by anybody to cancel it. Mayweather has been asked to provide written confirmation that he intends to live up to the...
It is also claimed that Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 separate agreements on different dates with 2 different parties, which later became connected in January, all related to his return to professional boxing. In simple terms, this means Floyd may now have multiple contractual obligations he is expected to fulfill. The biggest of these is believed to be the Netflix-backed rematch deal. However, confusion arose after Mayweather told reporters in Las Vegas that the fight could be an exhibition, which contradicted how it was originally promoted. This has caused disagreement and uncertainty among fans and promoters. Overall, the situation appears complex, involving legal and contractual pressure with claims of multiple breaches and conflicting statements about the fight format, leaving the future of the rematch unclear.
And put on a fight that lives up to the deal and not degrade or disrespect anyone involved in setting this up. Pacquiao, meanwhile, is miffed by Mayweather's backpedaling. Manny Pacquiao, I believe he's going to bite me. He's going to bite me? Manny Pacquiao is not happy. He's been looking forward to this rematch. Nobody ever got a contract, and Netflix stepping up as a media empire holds a lot of weight. It reassured Manny that this was real, they put a stamp on it. He's obviously displeased. He does want to fight Floyd. He does not want an exhibition. Has no interest in that because that was never part of their conversation. And asked if the fight would ever occur as an exhibition. The fight will not take place as a pure exhibition under the contract and terms and platform we are partnered with.
To get slick and switch things up, it looks like Floyd Mayweather Jr. is also being linked to multiple business moves around the same time. The discussion suggests that Floyd Mayweather Jr. may have negotiated another separate fight, reportedly an exhibition in Greece against a kickboxer, alongside other major exhibition opportunities. At the same time, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is also involved in a Netflix exhibition event with Mike Tyson while still being connected to negotiations involving Manny Pacquiao. The idea being presented is that Floyd Mayweather Jr. could potentially secure multiple paydays from different events without taking a serious risk in a professional fight setting. Each exhibition allows him to generate income while protecting his undefeated record. According to the narrative, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is also positioning himself in a way where cash flow from one deal could be used to support other financial obligations or investments. It is suggested that large sums of money from these agreements might be used for investments, possibly in real estate or other ventures, rather than relying solely on fight earnings.
It's a bunch of people's money where there's nothing on the line, which means Manny can't get his get back and Floyd keeps his 50-0. So it looks like Floyd's trying to get slick and switch it up. And at the same time, Floyd did something else that I can see, at least this is my understanding, that Floyd Mayweather Jr. also negotiated himself another fight with a kickboxer in Greece. So Floyd gets his hands on some cash from the negotiation from Floyd with Manny. Then he also picks up another payday for himself with an exhibition against a kickboxer. And he has the exhibition on Netflix with Mike Tyson. All of which he can win and look good in, but at the same time not risk anything. And not only that, he can pull the cash from one guy to give him some, because cash rules everything around me. So he gets his hands on some money.
The commentary also raises concerns about the business structure around Floyd Mayweather Jr., claiming that his management circle and advisors may not always be operating in his best interest. It suggests that complex deal-making could lead to legal disputes, financial entanglements, and delayed payouts. Ultimately, the argument being made is that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is navigating a complicated network of exhibitions, negotiations, and business ventures at the same time. While this strategy allows him to maximize earnings with minimal risk, it also opens the door to contractual confusion and long-term financial complications if deals are renegotiated or disputed later on.
Nest egg in another investment, like maybe he wants to take $20 million and maybe, just saying, he may get a tip from one of his people about a real good investment that he can invest in, and then he can get a return on that investment from that cash and solve his problems. You know, the way that these guys that he's working with, or at least are accused of doing business. I don't even want to get into that too much, but let's just suffice it to say that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s business managers are not necessarily the most reputable people. So would they leverage one deal as a way to get cash and money for another business venture, and then back out of the original business venture after they get the cash, and then do what? Tie it up in lawsuits for a while you get to get your money on over this side? Let me tell you what that is. That is a slick move to try to rob Peter and pay Paul at the same time.
That's it for today's video, so stay tuned. Until next time.